Hey, welcome back to No Hype Beer Reviews. Unless it's your first time, then welcome. Please consider subscribing. If you do, hit the notification bell, get you updates. Let's start today's video. It's Saturday, and on Saturdays I do Cellar Saturday, where I drink something from my cellar. And today I'm actually doing two beers from my cellar. I already did one, a really nice homebrew from my friend Josh. That was a barley wine. That was posted before this one, so if you're interested, make sure you check that out if you haven't already. And because I'm reviewing these on Christmas Eve and I had the day off, I said, I'm going to do a second beer and another Christmas one, because it's not every year that Christmas falls on a Saturday, so it's kind of cool to be able to do some Christmas beers on my quote-unquote Cellar Saturday. This one is Delirium Noel. I don't know what year it is. I didn't look up the coding or anything. The sticker has 18 through 21, but none of them are ticked. There's some numbers, and the one number is 18150. I know for a fact I bought this before I moved to the capital region of New York, so it's at least 3 years old. I'm thinking that it's 18150. I'm thinking that it was from 2018 and they brewed it the 150th day of that year. But I could be wrong. That could be like their best buy. So it could be like maybe 3 years out. So maybe it's from 2015. Maybe I'm completely wrong. So, and maybe I'm saying all of this for no reason, because maybe I will look it up after I am done recording this and have the actual year, and I'll put it in the title. But anyway, going in, I don't know how old this is, but it's got to be at least 3 years. It's 10% on the nose. Anything else worth reading? Belgian ale. I've had it. It's been a long time since I've had it. I think I did it. I might have like split it with people. Might have been like a Christmas bottle share kind of a thing. For some reason in my mind, I feel like Delirium beers I don't get that excited about. Maybe I'm misremembering, but yeah, I don't know. Like when I think of like Belgian beers, my mind doesn't go to Delirium, and maybe that's a mistake. Maybe I'll really like this and be like, oh, dude, like you got to add them back to your list of like, or not back, add them onto your list of like beers you want to be drinking more of. Yeah, I know people like watching me struggle, so I didn't prep any of this off camera. All right, I don't think anything loose will fall into the glass. Came right off. I scared Bruno. It's okay, buddy. Bruno did not like that little noise. All right, I was between this and a St. Bernardus Christmas, so I'm using the glass, but I have a bunch of them. And I saw that today Joe from the Beer Patrol posted one. He got actually one of the cans. So if you're in, and I watched his review. So if you're interested in a review of St. Bernard's Christmas Ale, make sure you go check out Joe from the Beer Patrol. But anyway, let's get into it. Whoa. Okay, this is going to have a lot of foam. Apparently I should have poured this and then started talking. I love the artwork, which I might have said already. Regardless of how much I do or don't like their stuff, and again, maybe I'm just misremembering, I love the pink elephant. Cracks me up. But you have like a floating pink elephant, almost like a hot air balloon with Santa in the basket. There's a little snowman. The one elephant is ice skating. It's just a great. It's just fun. It's Christmassy. It's wintry. It's snowing. It's just. I like this time of year, so that makes me happy. Even if this beer's not that great, it just makes me happy. The beer, it's interesting. It's a little lighter than I would have thought. A lot of carbonation. I don't know if the camera's going to pick that up or not, but there is a ton of carbonation coming up. It's lighter than I thought it would be. There is some brown, but it's like brown into caramel into that red. And that's usually where I would stop for a beer this style. But then there's a lot of like orange in there. So it's like that light that I have to actually like mention some orange. A lot of head when I poured it. There's still a decent amount. I mean, there's still over a finger left. It's, actually it's khaki. I don't even know if it's like lighter or darker khaki. It's basically what I think the color khaki is. Maybe if I had maybe a hair lighter. I tell you what, it is lighter than I thought it would be, but it's just a beautiful looking beer. kudos to that. It does look pretty. Let's get to the aroma. I get a little like what is that? Man, I think I have like some. I wanted to say potpourri. I think I have some residual soap on my hands. Yeah, that was just on my hands. Okay, I was gonna say like, why would this have that kind of like a potpourri kind of a thing? Okay, this is what a beer like this should smell like. There's a kiss of orange, like candied orange peel, which is probably the only thing that's there that's not something I would have anticipated. Like I mentioned, caramel in the colors, a little bit of caramel. There's a little bit of like that Belgian spiciness, like some baking spices. Speaking of spicy and spices, some grape juice, which is nice. It's something I like in this style. Figs more than like dates and raisins. Definitely some nice figs. A little bit of like just a fresh bread, sweet, like a sweet fresh bread. Man, it smells good. There's another very familiar thing. I just can't place it. I don't know. It smells good. What is there is nice. It's not bursting, but it's also not like, like nothingness. So it's somewhere between those two things, I suppose. Let's just see about the taste. Cheers. That's not bad. That's not bad. I tell you what, not to knock on another beer while doing this beer review, but I did a mystery beer from the guys at Nerd Sense. Besides checking out Joe from Beer Patrol, make sure to check out Nerd Sense. And nice little chocolate note. And they sent a mystery beer, and it ended up being the American Trappist Spencer, their quad. And that one, I actually, because it didn't have that mouthfeel I associate with a quad, and they're not calling this a quad, they're just calling it strong ale, right? Where did I read that? Belgian ale, 10%. Oh, actually, okay, I guess I don't see them saying anything about if they call it a quad or just a strong Belgian. But anyway, this has a little bit of that grape that the Spencer did not have that I wanted, and then this has that creamy mouthfeel. So actually, when I reviewed that blind, I thought it was a double. Like, I took it down, like how this one's 10%. I'm like, I bet this is 8%. I think it's a double, not a quad. And sure enough, it was their quad. There were some other issues. It fizzed over a little bit and had like an ashy aftertaste. So I think that beer was probably not at its peak, to put it nicely. But anyway, since it was within the same week, I'm drinking both beers and they're similar styles, if not the same style. I can't help but compare it a little bit. So if you saw that, that's why I'm bringing it up. So back to this beer specifically, this has that creaminess that I associate with the style, and it's really nice. It's really pleasant, and I'm so glad it's there because to me, it really helps make the style. Yeah, that like candied orange peel is there. It's one of the lighter things, but it's there, which is cool. Light caramel, little bit of brown bread. And yet the molasses, I get that sometimes. It's not that molasses is inherently savory, but in these beers sometimes where I get a molasses note, there's like just a little like attached to it, like little hook of a whisper of a savory element in a beer that has some sweetness, has some, very much kind of like I was saying about the baked sweet bread. This beer, like, I don't know, 60% of drinking this beer is, beer is liquid bread, and I get that expression because I'm drinking this beer right now. Like, it very much has these bready, yeasty notes, almost like the caramelization of the crust in beer form. Like you're getting some of those elements is what I mean. And not a descriptor. I don't know if I've ever used that or it's been a while. So like as I'm always trying to challenge myself, to make sure I'm doing these beers justice, I'm pretty proud of that note, if I'm being honest, because I think that really explains what I'm tasting, like on the on the nose. And yeah, that like purple grape. I got more figs in the aroma than I do in the taste. And the taste, a little bit more raisin and date. But still a little bit of fig, don't get me wrong. But based on the aroma, I'm kind of surprised I'm mentioning raisins and dates and not emphasizing figs. So a little bit of a deviation there. This is... There's a reason this has been sitting there, and it's not like I think this beer will get better with age or I'm curious. It was, again, just kind of like, I love the label. It's very Christmassy and wintry, so I want to buy this beer. But it's just kind of been sitting because I haven't been super excited to try it. And, I mean, I've been rewarded with a really nice beer. But comparing it to other beers in this style, I think I would still gravitate towards other ones, to be fair, including St. Bernardus. But this is worthy. Like this, if you've never had this beer and you do like beers like St. Bernardus, you should try this beer. Like it's not some huge step down, certainly not. It does have a lot of the elements you want. The baking spices also more in the aroma than I got in the taste. But yeah, again, I'm pleasantly surprised. Oh, maybe is this a hint about when it was 2.018? I don't know if that helps me determine when this was bottled or not. I don't know. I'll figure it out. All right. Have you had this beer before? Have you had anything else from these guys? You want to just talk about Christmas beers in general? Anything, everything, comment section below. Let's get a conversation going. I hope if you do celebrate Christmas, you're having a great Christmas today, because this will be posted on Christmas. And if not, I hope you're having a happy holiday season. Happy New Year to you. Once you're done commenting or whatever, make sure you check me out on Instagram and Untapped. It's No Hype Beer Reviews at both those places. So always please like, comment, subscribe, and most importantly, imbibe. Cheers, everyone.